What is going on, guys? It's Where's Fluffy, and today I'm really excited because we're going to be talking about the E3 conference. Yes, everybody's favorite annual gaming expo. Now, if you're the G4 fan, I know you are, and I say were because it isn't a thing no more. It doesn't exist, you know, cops and all that other bullshit. Yeah, they destroyed it. But if you're a G4 fan, I know you are really excited to see Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb back together. I love seeing them again. This isn't the first time together again, but I definitely do love seeing them back in the gaming scenery each and every time because, you know, I grew up watching them on G4. They were a big part of my childhood. And that we're going to get right into everything else because there's quite a few things to talk about. No, not much, but I'm really excited, so let's go. So just before we get into everything in the Bethesda conference, I want to talk about the new Mafia 3. They just released another trailer for it, and each trailer I get, it just looks so much more good, and I love it. Now, Mafia 3, the Mafia series is kind of like GTA in a sense, but you can't lump those games together because they have two different elements, which makes the games, you know, significant on their own, which I think is really, really cool. Mafia has like this kind of own, you know, sort of takeover thing sometimes. Mafia 2 was really good. It didn't have the gameplay for Mafia 3 is quite different from Mafia 2, not to mention that it looks good. And I'm also excited because it's, you know, a black main character, you know, being black myself. Thank you very much. Anyway, you know, it's just, I love the Mafia series, and I would never lump it together with GTA. They're two separate entities to me, and I think this is like really cool that they managed to do that with the Mafia series. And there is some gameplay out for Mafia 3 right now. You can go ahead and look at that. But yeah, I'm really excited for Mafia 3. It looks amazing. It takes place in 1968, and the producers even, you know, went as far as to recreate New Orleans, which is a beautiful, beautiful city. And especially in, you know, that time period, I think it'll be like really cool to show off their own spin on it. It's not called New Orleans, it's the place they're in, but it's their own thing, inspired by New Orleans, I guess. There you go. But we're gonna go ahead and get into our next game. Now, basically, the rest of this video is gonna be about, you know, Bethesda's conference and me talking about, you know, things they're doing, which are pretty cool. You know, right off the bat, we got the Elder Scrolls Legends, which is a card-based game coming out by Bethesda, or, you know, people that make the Elder Scrolls games. And as far as right now, the Elder Scrolls game has never let me down. And I've been playing the series since Morrowind was actually my first Elder Scrolls game. And I really enjoyed that game a lot. And with card games being, you know, a thing now, well, they've been a thing for a while, you know, since Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess, would probably be correct. I don't know how long Dungeons and Dragons were around, but we can sidetrack. But, you know, Hearthstone is pretty big right now, and I can see the Elder Scrolls series competing with Hearthstone because the Elder Scrolls already has, you know, a really huge following, which is really cool. I'm not sure how big Blizzard's following is compared to the Elder Scrolls series or Bethesda series, but because, you know, history of gaming is really weird. But I'm definitely excited for Elder Scrolls Legend. I'll definitely be taking a look into that game, but I'm definitely excited for that game because they said it tells the story that I don't have much background information on of Tamriel from beginning, present to end, however you decide to take it. Next up on the list, we have The Elder Scrolls V is being remastered. Now, if you don't know, they said if you have like the Legendary Edition of the Elder Scrolls, that you're getting the remastered version for free on PC. And that was just his Todd Howard's little gift, which I think is pretty cool. Looking at the remastered version, it was definitely something needed for, you know, the next gen consoles, aka PS4 and Xbox One. And I thought that was like pretty cool. The remastered version is also going to allow for mods, and you can only get this on PS4 and Xbox One. PS3 And Xbox 360 users, I'm sorry. It's unfortunate, but I feel your pain because I've been there. And just looking at the, next gen, the game actually looks really, really beautiful. And I think this is a step up for Bethesda, considering they're bringing mods to consoles, which is, not usually too much of a big thing for consoles. It's usually a big PC thing. And now that they have it, I think that's kind of cool. And, people still play hella Skyrim to this day. I know I still play it. Shit, I got like 200 hours logged in, which is, really, really minimum for somebody like me. Or somebody that plays Skyrim. I'm pretty sure there's people out there with 2,000s of fucking hours into Skyrim, and I'm not one of those people. Sorry, I play a lot of bullshit, so I don't strictly play Skyrim. But you get my point. You get my point. And next on the list for Bethesda's conference, we have Prey. Now, I haven't played the old Prey game. I remember, it being a thing. Not sure if it was good or not. But this one looks amazing. It was made by the people that made Dishonored. So I'm excited for it to a minimum, I guess. Just because I haven't played a Prey game and I don't know much about it. But it does look really, really good. The gameplay, the small piece of gameplay they gave looks really, really good. And I don't want to take anything away from the Prey series. But, it's not my thing. I look forward to seeing more of it, definitely, because Dishonored was a great game and it's made by those people, so I have high expectations. And, there's not much really I can say about this game because I don't know. It looks beautiful. The gameplay looks smooth. Now, last on the list, we have Dishonored 2, which I am really, really fucking excited for. Can you believe it? No? Okay. You can't see my face, that's why. Yeah. Anyway, this game, the first Dishonored, was really, really amazing in my opinion. I don't care what anybody else says. I think it was really, really well done. I think the game was really, really well done for the time period it came out in. I had so much fun playing Dishonored 1, and they had a series of options, ways to get through the mission, which were pretty cool. The powers were amazing, and now they upped it even more. My favorite mission was probably Lady Boyle's castle, and I think that was a really cool mission. I just wish it was a little bit more things you could have done in that mission compared to the Oblivion mission where you're at that party. You know the one I'm talking about, where you gotta kill everybody. Yeah, that mission was fucking amazing. I loved it. One of the best quests in video gaming history. But I have high expectations for Dishonored 2. When I first seen it, and they first started talking about it, I wasn't too sure because I was worried that it would still be kind of the same as Dishonored 1, but only with Emily being into the picture now and having her new powers. But they didn't really do that, and they took it a step farther. Set a different place, and the place just completely feels different from Dunwall, which I think is really, really cool. And this time you get to choose between playing Emily Caulfield and Corvo, who you played in first Dishonored. Now my worry for that is, people will be more inclined to play Emily because she has all the new crazy amazing powers, which I probably will be inclined to play Emily a lot more. They said they switched Corvo's powers up from the first game. Not too much, but they made it so you can do more with them. Like he said, the swarm ability, you can do multiple swarms now, or have the swarm of rats follow you, which is kind of cool. But I don't think it'll be enough to have people play Corvo until after they beat the game 1 or 2 times, which kind of sucks. But hey, in a game like that, you gotta move on some point. Sad boys. And they also had this mission where you can teleport to and from back in time or whatever. It was really, really crazy. You had this device and you couldn't assassinate people from the past. You would jump to the present, and it was a really crazy mission. And I don't think I've really seen people do something like that, and I think that's so fucking crazy. It's so ridiculous. And the game looked really, really good. And they talked about having choices which Bethesda is really good at making, and so is EA sometimes. You know what I'm talking about. But it was they talked about the choices, and they were saying like how you could help certain factions, and that would show how the game progresses. You know, like the last game in Dishonored, they had the chaos meter. If your chaos got too high, you would see like more swarms of rat popping out every time you knock somebody out or kill somebody, and it made the game a lot more difficult, which was, you know, good in my opinion. And they have randomly generated sequences, like you're in this one city and there's dust storms randomly generated, which make the game easier or harder depending on the type of player you are. And I thought that was like really, really cool. So I'm like really excited for Dishonored 2 now. It blew me away, and I'm ready for it. I'm waiting for that game. As soon as I get paid my first paycheck, Dishonored 2 pre-order, I'm on it. But that's all, you know, I have for E3 news today. The Bethesda conference went really, really well, I think. I just was hoping, you know, we was going to get that Elder Scrolls 6 announcement. But that probably won't come around until next year, especially since they just remastered, you know, Skyrim, and it's still a really, really great game to play. So I believe that's everything I got for today. And that's everything E3, you know, related for the first day. In general, I enjoyed Bethesda's conference, and I think it was really, really good in my opinion. I have no disappointments yet in any of the games shown for E3 so far, and I hope it stays that way, because I feel like it's going to be one game, you know, that disappoints me. And I hope it's not like that one guy that talked and the crowd was just dead, and he tried to make it like it was fucked up. It was embarrassing. I didn't want to be that guy when it came out. So in general, I think Bethesda's conference went really, really well, in my opinion. They didn't bring out anything I thought I would be disappointed in, but that's what a lot of games, well, that's what a lot of companies do at E3, you know. This is one of those things you have to wait and see. And I'm hoping we don't have another fiasco like we had with that one guy who talked on stage and the crowd was just like dull, and him presenting the game was dull as shit. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This guy. That guy. Yeah, what the fuck. But that's all I got for today, and I'm excited to see the rest of E3. So, now, this was like my first kind of, you know, review of a E3 thing. So please let me know how I did, what you think I could have did better, and I'll try to improve on the next video that comes out or the next conference, so I can make that up for that. And, you know, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time out to come and, you know, see me hold down my thing. I'm really trying over here. And until next time, guys, Where's Fluffy is out.